All right, so if you're in the data center contracting space, you know the pressure is on. The market is absolutely booming, but that boom brings a huge challenge. So how do you juggle that? How do you chase these massive opportunities right now, but also make sure your company is still thriving, say a decade from now? Well, let's get into it.
I want you to think of your business like a massive ship on this long voyage. As the leader, you face a fundamental choice every single day. Are you down in the engine room, shoveling coal, just trying to get more speed? Or are you up on the bridge with your hands on the wheel, actually steering toward a destination you've picked out on the horizon?
And that choice, that's what we call the lucrative dilemma. Because on one hand, you've got these huge contracts dangling right in front of you, promising immediate cash. And they keep the lights on, they keep the teams busy, but man, they often come with razor-thin margins. On the other hand, you know you need to be building a sustainable, future-proof business. And that is the tension, right? The constant battle between the engine room and the bridge.
Now, let's be super clear here. The engine room, it's absolutely vital. This isn't about ignoring your day-to-day work. No. In fact, mastering that short-term game is the first critical part of this whole strategy. It's what powers the journey you're on right this second.
Yeah, track one is all about feeding that engine. It's the grind, right? Securing projects, managing the cash flow, just keeping the whole machine moving. Because without it, let's be honest, the ship doesn't go anywhere. It's the heartbeat of your company.
And when you nail this part, you're not just securing essential contracts. You're keeping your production volume up. Your operations are running smoothly. And hey, your people are busy and productive. This short-term focus, it stabilizes everything. It's the foundation for whatever you're going to build next.
But here's the catch. If you only live in the engine room, you're eventually going to run out of fuel. Or worse, you're going to slam into an iceberg you never even saw coming. And that's why we have to go up to the bridge. This is track 2, figuring out where you're actually going.
See, this is where a captain really earns their stripes. It's about consciously deciding where you're headed and then charting the course to get there. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about building a repeatable vision for the kinds of projects you want, the markets you're going to conquer, and really, what your company is going to be famous for.
And look, this long-term thinking, it's not some fluffy, vague idea. There's real research that points to 5 key moves. First, you got to define and shout your vision from the rooftops. Second, incentivize it. Tie rewards to those future goals. Third, you've got to cultivate innovation. Let your team play around a bit. Fourth, always be juggling those short and long-term goals. And last but not least, you celebrate and amplify your wins to keep that vision alive.
Okay, so how in the world do you connect that frantic engine room to the calm, strategic bridge? Well, one proven tool is something called the balanced scorecard. It's a way to manage performance that looks at more than just the money. It includes things like customer happiness and how well your internal processes are working. Basically, it makes sure that all that coal you're shoveling in track 1 is actually pushing the ship towards the destination you set in track 2. Okay, so you get it. You've got your 2 tracks, you're balancing the engine room, you're steering from the bridge, you're feeling good. But there's a plot twist. The entire ocean you're sailing on, it's changing. And man, it is changing fast.
This isn't just the current shifting a little bit. We're talking about a tidal wave that's forming. And that wave has a name: artificial intelligence. It is completely reshaping everything: the demands, the tech, the actual infrastructure of the world you work in. This isn't some thing of the future. No, it's here, it's the new reality, right now.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Follow the money, the smart money. We're talking $5 billion.
And this number really tells the story. TechCrunch just reported that the venture capital giant Excel raised a new $5 billion fund. And where is it going? Their targets are AI-powered tech, software, hardware, and, you guessed it, data center infrastructure. So, what does this tell you? The biggest, smartest investors on the planet are placing a massive bet that the future of AI and the future of your industry are the exact same thing.
So, if the whole sea is changing this much, your old maps and your old tools, they might not cut it anymore, right? You need a modern-day strategic compass to find your way in this new AI-driven world. Let's put it side by side. The tools that got you here are great for what they do, but they were designed for the old world, not this new one. They're amazing for the engine room, but they leave the captain up on the bridge trying to navigate through a storm with nothing but a pair of binoculars.
Think about it. Your standard CRM, your estimator tools, they are built for track 1. They're designed to manage the bids you're already chasing, to track your current pipeline, to keep that engine humming. They're reactive, they're operational, they're all about today.
But that leaves a huge, glaring question on the table, doesn't it? What tool do you have up on the bridge? What's giving you the foresight to plot the course for tomorrow, or for next year, or for the next decade? What is helping you navigate that next journey?
Well, this is where a whole new category of tool enters the picture, the AI Revenue Intelligence Platform. Just think of it like your new strategic compass. It doesn't replace your CRM, it sits above it. It gives you that long-term view, using AI to spot trends and find opportunities you'd otherwise miss. It's the thing that finally harmonizes the short-term gains of Track 1 with the long-term vision of Track 2. So let's bring it all home. The market is handing you a once-in-a-generation opportunity. And to navigate it right, it demands a real shift in your mindset. You've got to go from being a manager, stuck in the daily grind of the engine room, to being the captain, firmly in control of your ship's destiny.
So here's the bottom line. It's time to reframe your whole job. The daily bids are just the fuel. They are not the destination. It's time to stop managing bids and start managing your legacy.
So, if you're ready to grab the wheel and start navigating that long-term track, we've actually built the platform for you. You can sign up to get a preview of the tool designed specifically for the captain on the bridge. The link is forms.glee/CPQ8RBHNQRPZSFK7. And to learn more, just head over to thenextish.com. Thanks for tuning in. Now go build that legacy.